are at the corner of Union and Gayosa Street. We're in front of the historic Union Theater, and this theater is very important to our community. I remember coming down here as a child, you know, when my mama would allow me, I could actually come down here and have a good time with 25 cents. I'm gonna tell you, it costs a dime to go into the theater. It costs a nickel for some popcorn over here, and when the movie was over with, I go over to Mr. Walker's with that other dime and get a hot dog. So you can have a very good time down here. And I gotta tell you, there was a pool hall here. A lot of people don't understand or realize this, but looking at it right now, you couldn't tell. But this is where everything was happening in the African American community on a Friday night or Saturday night. This was it. There was a big sign, neon signs lit up there with a big star, if you would, and then the Union Theater across there. And then you could go over here and play pool. You can go in and see the movie. And I remember seeing 100 Rifles here. And you know that was a controversial movie when it came out, but I saw it for the first time, I remember, right here in this theater. And then you can go over here to the cafe and have a good time in the front if you were under 18. If you're over 18, you can go back into the blue room in the back there. There was a lot of fun going on. It was all over with. You take a walk down Union Street. You go past Miss Panker's, I talked about it a little bit earlier. Miss Panker be serving some of the best barbecue that you'd ever want to get, falling right off the ribs onto the sandwich. Going on down the street here, that was Willard Cafe, a restaurant. To the left, over to the right there was Chat and Chew down there. Historic building of it in itself. A lot of stuff took there relative to the civil rights movement and all that. On the corner, Watson's Grocery. Round the corner there, Ross Pool Hall. Everybody congregated there, especially if you thought you would shoot a little pool. Then there was a barbershop, John Harris service station on the corner, Liberto's restaurant right in between there. I was telling these young ladies, across the street where Double Quick is now was a Datsun auto dealership. Right where Family Dollar is right now, huge Ford dealership, auto dealership, encompassed the whole block, one of the largest ones in town. So everything that we wanted to do in our community, we come here, we have a good time, we could grocery shop, visit, socialize, and then right over, of course, the historic Bellflower Church. You want to go to church too? It was there too. So where we stand right now was a center of activity in our community 40, 50 years ago. As I was talking about this building, this is certainly a historically significant building in our community. I talked about all the activities that took place here, and so the effort is going to be to try to go ahead and get this building preserved. We also want to preserve the Magic Slim residence down here too. Hopefully we can have some exhibits up in there when people come by, hear some of his music, see some of his pictures and all that. Now if you connect that to, well, Bellflower Church, we got a historical marker there. If you leave here walking down this street, just take a quick left over and go one block, you're going to see Bellflower Church, our historic church. Just 2 blocks east of there, we have downtown Grenada. There's a great effort in the city of Grenada to revitalize downtown. As you know, most of these cities are revitalizing downtown area. San Diego, I lived there for 30 years, did the same thing. New York, all these other cities, they're doing it. So why can't Grenada do it? It's a perfect place to have activities down there. I'm talking about when, okay, now after we had a good time down here, you go up to downtown. Now that was where lots of things are going on there back in the day. We tried to have our downtown jubilees there, bring a lot of merchants and vendors, farmers market, all that there, and bring people to downtown. Now imagine having people downtown just like they are on downtown Jubilee every weekend, every night, Friday night. Imagine having that. There's been some efforts, you know, to identify the owners of this property. One of the things we want to do, one of the roles I mentioned earlier that I have in the city of Grenada, I am the chairman of the Grenada Historic Preservation Commission, and part of our duties and responsibilities are to identify historic landmarks, sites, buildings, and such, and go ahead and try to get them preserved. The city of Grenada is in a unique position. There's only 65 cities in the state of Mississippi who have certified local government authority. We received that authority from the Mississippi Department of Archival History way back in 2006. A commission was formed here, and again, I've been on that commission since its inception. And so one of the things we try to do is preserve it. And what we want to do with this building is to find the owners, get their permission from it, make recommendations to the city of Grenada to have it preserved. When you have people downtown on a regular basis in our city, that ain't gonna do anything but make our city stronger, economically, in every other way. People are gonna get to interact with each other. It's gonna make us more friendly, because the more time we spend together, the better we are as a community. And so I'm looking for that downtown revitalization. I'm looking to do my part in getting it done, particularly from the Historical Preservation Commission. We do want to proceed with care, making sure that we don't violate any antiquity laws, Mississippi antiquity laws. We got to do that. We got to preserve our city. And I think this is going to be a great part. You get people coming off that freeway. They get here first. They stop here, check out what we got, go on and visit as you make your way to downtown Grenada, which is going to be the heartbeat of our great city.